Hello, everybody. Happy Friday, March the 6th. It is 11:46 a.m. here in Calgary, Alberta. Come on in, everybody. Say hello. I am streaming on Joy and Vitality Center page and one of my own pages, and I'm just going to go and make sure that everything is working okay, and I'm going to share it over to my other biz page. Come on in. Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, it looks good. So I'm just going to share it to my other page so that people can join us over there. So how are you guys all doing in your world? It is Friday, March the 6th, everybody. March the 6th already. So I wanted to come on today because it is Women's Day on March the 8th. And tomorrow is our beautiful event at the Portuguese Center. Nelly Teofilo is hosting our beautiful Women's Day celebration. It's a joy and courage event, and I am the guest speaker, and I am so excited. And then next Saturday, Eugenia and I are doing our Joy and Vitality Center dinner at Pasquale's on McLeod. And this year, the theme is Give to Gain. So we're going to do a super tip. And if you would love to join us, come for dinner. I'll bring some cards, and it is a community building event. So we hope to see you there. Now, I thought I would start by sharing what is International Women's Day. Now, for about the last, oh my goodness, let's see, 7 years, 7 or 8 years, I've been celebrating International Women's Day, and I love it so much. International Women's Day is celebrated each year on March the 8th. It is a global day dedicated to honoring the achievements of women and advocating for gender equality and women's rights. And it's both a celebration of women's contributions to society, but bigger than that, it's a call to action to accelerate equality and opportunity for women worldwide. Now, where did it start? It began in the early 1900s during a period of major social change and labor movements. So some of the key historical moments are in 1908 in New York, women garment workers protested for better working conditions, fair pay, and voting rights. And then in 1910, in Copenhagen, activist Clara Zetkin proposed creating an international day for women at a global conference of working women. So you can see it's been around for quite a while. And then in 1911, the first official International Women's Day was celebrated in several European countries. And then in 1975, the United Nations officially recognized it and began celebrating International Women's Day globally. And today it is observed in over 100 countries. So it's a pretty big deal. Some of the symbols and traditions: purple represents justice and dignity. Green symbolizes hope and growth. White represents purity and unity. And what the day typically focuses on is equal pay, because for so often women have been treated less than our counterparts. And we've been traditionally given less pay for the same jobs. Leadership opportunities for women, ending violence against women, that's a big one for me. Education for girls, another one. Healthcare access, I remember being a young woman, and when I found out, a lot of women in third world countries, they don't have pads. Can you imagine? Representation in politics and business. Of course, my mother was a great leader. She was an amazing model, and I've always been around powerful women. And so for me, I couldn't imagine being treated less than. And in society, there are. So how we celebrate: conferences and panels, women's empowerment events like the one that I'm speaking at tomorrow, fundraisers for women's charities. Tomorrow, we are so proud to be supporting Women on Wing Society, which helps women escape domestic abuse. And so we're so happy that our proceeds is going to that. Marches and advocacy campaigns, social media campaigns highlighting women's achievements, and many communities also use the day to honor the women who came before us, mothers, grandmothers, mentors, and leaders. And Monday night at Women Talk, that's exactly what we did. Bridget set our theme for the women that we carry forward. And of course, I know, being a spiritual teacher, that the grandmothers energy is very strong in my life and on the planet. And I know with my grandmother, I have a picture here. And let me just grab it because I have it right here. Because I know for me, it is so important to call on the grandmothers to help. So here is my picture. There is, let me see if I can show you guys. Very good. I know because of the background, but there is my grandma, my great grandma, my mom, and my sister Pina. And so, I love this because now with my mother in spirit, oh no, that's not Pina, that's Nick. That my sister Pina is right over here. And then that baby is my brother Nick. So a beautiful, beautiful memento I have in my office, asking them in to help me. And so, Women's Day is really important. I super love it. In my background today, you'll see the sisters there. I love being a woman women can trust. And with my new framework, reclamation through grace, I know that we all are deserving of grace. What I also know is that I can be kind and have boundaries. I can be strong and be soft. And what I know now is that I know that I need to stand in my boundaries and help other women recognize the light in them. Today, I am wearing my SDJ t-shirt. I am light because we are light. And that is the type of woman that I want to be, is that when you see me or when you hear my name, you recognize the light in me. When we say namaste, it is the light within me recognizes the light within you. And we all are light. And right now on the planet, we are really needed. In Mastermind the other night, Sunny was reminding us that our nervous systems were not made for all of this noise that's in the collective right now. Our nervous systems were designed, we were built like back in the day that our nervous systems only handled where we lived, our villages, our families, and our life was small. And now, hi, Alyssa. And now with social media, with all of this internet, everything is available to us right now. And the thing is, there are a lot of energies out there. And so right now, it is vitally important to recognize the light that you are and ways to reinvigorate that light. Like, surrounding yourself. Hi, Esther. Ciao, Bella. Making sure that the type of women that are around you are quality. And I'm not saying that with judgment. I'm saying that with experience, that not everybody that you meet is somebody that you have to be friends with. You can be kind and recognize that's not where your energy is meant to be. And so, that's where I wanted to go with that today, just reminding us all of the light within us, of the power of sisterhood, true sisterhood. I do not say that lightly either. And that grace is flowing to all of us all the time. And, even this morning, it was interesting because I've been sitting with something that an experience that happened to me last year. And I know that when I talked to my mentor about it, she told me, just be the light that you are. People know you. And people that don't, it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. In the whole scheme of things, it doesn't matter. And what God showed me was he saw it all. He, she, it, they saw it all. They saw conversations that you weren't a part of. They saw everything. They know the intention of others. Similarly, they know our intentions as well. And my job is to be the light, is to be the love, is to be in integrity, is to be mindful of the energy that I bring and where I spend my energy. And I said to a friend yesterday, you know, I commune each day with my team, and Archangel Michael is on my team with my guardian angels, with my parents. And I said to Archangel Michael, like, just make sure that my path doesn't cross X, Y, and Z. I no longer want my path to intersect. And so far, so good. And my job is to just stay in my lane, stay ultra focused, be a good woman, you know, surround myself with good women. You know, it is said that we become like the 5 people that we spend the most time around. And when I look at the 5 people that I spend my most time around, I am so very grateful. I am so very grateful. And I am so grateful for mentorship, I am so grateful that I love God and that I can use my discernment each and every day to guide me. So with that, happy Women's Day to all the women, and happy Women's Day to all of our supporters, all of the men that love us. Today, I brought a really beautiful deck. It is entitled Messages of Grace. It is by one of my original angel ladies, Anna Grace Taylor. She is a beauty from across the pond. I believe she lives in England. Let me just see. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, she's over there, Anna Grace Taylor. This is her, a cute little blonde. And I have her deck because I knew that when I created my book, Grief, Grace, and Gratitude, I don't have cards yet. So I bought her deck because they're so beautiful. Anyways, I feel really generous today. I'm going to pull us 3 cards because I haven't pulled a card for myself yet. And let's just see. If you want card number 1, 2, or 3, put that in the comments, please. And you know how it goes. If the message resonates with you, it's your message. Pay attention. And if it doesn't, you say, oh, that's interesting, and you let it go, okay? So I'm just going to move my phone out of the way, and I'm going to pull us 3 cards, and I'm going to see what we need to know today. Now, we're coming out of full moon energies. Wow, it's been an amazing week, you guys, energetically. So let's just see. Oh, I got to give it a better shuffle because those 2 cards, let me just give it a better shuffle, you guys. I haven't used this deck for a little bit. Let me just give it a good shuffle. Oh, that's better. Okay. What do we need to know today? Angels. Card number 1. Card number 2. And let's see, this one. Card number 3. Okay. And they all came upside down, but that's okay. We'll just put them right side up. All right. If you picked card number 1, it is divine timing. So the card says, patience, dear one, patience. There is a divine timing to every experience. Often, many pieces of the puzzle need to fit together before your desires can manifest. Sometimes they may not occur as you'd hoped, but as long as you ask us, we promise we're working with you behind the scenes and will always have your best interests at heart. You'll see. We love you, your angels. Now, this is what I know for sure. On Sunday when I was in church, I was praying, I was staring at Jesus on the cross, and I was saying, dear God, Monday I have my appointment with the surgeon. And I am so tired of being told I am too fat and they won't fix me until I release X amount of weight. And I'm tired. And I know thy will be done. And I just surrendered my heart to God. And I know that in divine timing, things happen. It's not in our timing. It's in divine timing. And so Monday I went to my surgeon, and thank God they're so happy because I've released almost 70 pounds over these last 14 years that I've had these hernias. And I understood the why they couldn't fix me being too obese. I understood. And it was the last surgeon 5 years ago or 6 years ago that said to me, no doctor in Alberta would fix me unless I would lose weight because I was too fat. Now, he was skinny like this, and I get it. I get it. However, his delivery needed work. And I told this surgeon, who I found him on Facebook, and every day I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. God, please keep him healthy until my turn comes up to have my surgery, please. Because his delivery was so beautiful. He was like, oh, you've done so much work. And yes, I will fix you. And I began to weep. And I knew it was divine timing that over these 14 years, what the 6 hernias afforded me was my husband has had to help me clean the house. I've had to see how others showed up. I had to become a way better receiver. I had to ask for help. And beyond that, I needed to trust in divine timing. So that's card number 1. Now, if you chose card number 2, it is to ask yourself what is working in your life. That is a big question, so pay attention. The card says, take inventory of your life. Spend some time reviewing and re-evaluating what is or isn't working for you. Declutter your space and your energy. Take time to tie up loose ends. As you take time to look within, heal, and gain clarity, you create some much needed space, ready for new blessings. All is in divine order, and you are taken care of now and always. Now, the divine magic that's happening, thank you, thank you, thank you, angels. You know, card number 1 was divine timing. Card number 2 is asking yourself what is working, recognizing everything is in divine order. That there is a big God and that we have these angels, messengers of God. We have spirit guides. We have our loved ones in spirit helping us. We have saints that intercede on our behalf. Our job is to ask. And also beyond that, we need to look at what's working in our life and clean up the clutter. In Mastermind, Sunny had us talking about capacity and what is working. Because what happens is, when we are at capacity, we can't bring in any more. So we need to let go in order to make room for the blessings that need to come to us in the divine timing. So just like the story I was sharing with you about the people in your life, you need to clear out the shitty people, places, and things to make room for the magic, the blessings, the grace that is coming. Okay? And card number 3 says, we exist because you do. I love that, angels. Thank you. We exist because you exist and are with each of you without exception. That means all of you can also communicate with us. I was just saying we need to ask. Because of divine free will, we need to ask them. Just like I said to Jesus, Jesus, I'm so tired. We need to eat. Humans need to eat. And I have been, I was born 5 pounds, and I joked with my mom when she was alive that they fattened me up, and I stayed that way my entire life. And God paints with many different brushes. And I know as a spiritual teacher, the weight is energy. And I said to the surgeon, I was doing so good. And then my mom died. And then 6 months later, my dad died. And I gained a few pounds because grief is heavy. And my old pattern of stuffing, not severely, but of course, the grief perpetuated that. And I needed to commune with the divine and ask for help. And I recognized that I needed to be gentle with myself. I needed to step back into grace. And that is when I started working on my book, Grief, Grace, and Gratitude, because I knew that I needed to move out of the funk, not ignore it, not spiritual bypass my grief. And in spite of my grief, I needed to recognize that it's a this and a that world, that I could be in grief and be healing. And so this card also says, do ask us for help whenever you need it, and then listen to the repetitive, loving, supported visions, ideas, sounds, or feelings you receive. These are all ways we talk to you. And I needed to get back into the silence. And I would say to my friends, look, I'm pulling my energy back, not because I don't want to be with you. I need the silence because I need to hear my angels. I need to hear God within me. And I do that because I'm empathic, because my clairsentience is my number one, and my claircognizance, my clear knowing, is number two. I need to be in the quiet. And so maybe you're like that too, where they're saying, we exist because you do, and we need you to ask us for what you need, because then that's how we can support you. And then to listen in to all of the signs that we bring you. Ask us for a sign today and see what you notice. We are waiting for your call. So what do you need, friends? Like I said a month ago to my sister, I am so tired of dieting. I really was. I am so tired. And I am ready for a new version of me, an even different version of me, one that isn't so broken. 6 hernias is a lot. And I feel deformed. And I want to be fixed. And so now I have this reinvigoration, re-inspiration, re-motivation. And you better believe I trust in divine timing. I'm on the list. And I know, I was just telling my hairdresser, I believe in divine timing. They said, enjoy your summer. We're going to call you in the fall. Don't book any big holidays. What is working in my life? I had to look at what's working. I had to take myself out of a community, a whole community, because of one person. But I knew that that was right for me. And the angels exist because we do. God created them for us. There is a divine matrix. Everything in divine timing. Everything in divine order. And right now, what you're seeing in the collective is there's a lot of evil. And unfortunately, this is where a lot of the spiritual people didn't believe in this. They said hell was on earth and that evil was a construct that we create in our minds. And now we're seeing that is not true. That is not true. There has always been light and dark, good and evil. And the story is as old as time itself. And now, like I just put on my Facebook today, because the angels reminded us, let me just find it, because I love them so much. They bring me messages. The only thing we can rely on right now is the Holy Spirit, the Word of God, and our discernment. And what they are allowing us to find out right now is only a fraction of what was really going on. And a lot of us, there was a lot of divisiveness during COVID. And now those conspiracies, maybe it wasn't a conspiracy after all. Remember, everything is based in truth. And maybe sometimes we thought that something was our truth, and maybe it's shifted. And now what I want to guide you is to question everything and go within. The answer is not out here. It's not out here. It is in here. It is in your alignment to the divine. It is in your alignment with Mother Earth. It is being centered in your beingness. It is inviting all of your angels in for help. It is asking benevolent energies help. And I don't have all the answers. This has opened up so many more doors where I said to Sunny, I need her to do a masterclass because I am learning. I am still learning. Hi, Connie. Long time no see. Sending you love, honey. Because right now, you guys, the noise is so loud. And what I am realizing is one day in meditation, my angels were showing me how the malevolent energies are having their time with us. And some that are weak. That's why there is so much more suicide. That is why there is so much more addiction and depression and homelessness. And those of us that identify as light workers, light protectors, light connectors, light warriors, we are needed so much more, even more than ever. We're meant to clean and clear our energies. We're meant to be intentional, filled with love and light. We're meant to. Because if you think that you know what's coming, we really don't. And all of those so-called conspiracies, they're going to try to, they're just going to try, you guys, to energetically fool us with holograms and all kinds of stuff. You need to empower yourselves. And I'm not telling you this out of fear. I'm telling you this out of empowerment. And this is why I love being a part of a global community and then being able to come back home and teach and share. And then you take what resonates with you and empower you. And do not be deceived. Okay? The light has our back. There is many benevolent energies, and the light always wins. So that's how I'm going to end that. Again, tomorrow is our Women's Day event at the Portuguese Community Center. Nellie Teofilo is our beautiful hostess. I am the guest speaker. I am so excited for that. Next Saturday at 6:30 at Pasquale's on McLeod, Eugenia and I are doing our Women's Day supper, Give to Gain. And we need to firm up the reservation. If you would like to join us, please let one of us know ASAP. Okay? It is a dinner where we are doing a super tip. And that is how we are giving so that the young woman can gain. Okay? And Women's Day is not just for women. Of course, we celebrate women and we love the men who support us. And so I'm really excited about that. As always, please check out the website, joinvitalitycenter.ca, for everything that is coming down the pipe, all of the events and offerings and how we can be of service. You know, we are still in cold and flu season. I was reading the other day that the vaccine this year was piece of shit. And so we believe in the power of immunity and supporting your immune system. If Eugenia can help you, please reach out to her. They have high quality supplements to help boost your immune system. I love the Salt Cave. I know how it cleans you from the inside out. I am a Shinier G because I go to the Salt Cave, and I get my husband to go to the salt booth, and I fill him up with good quality supplements because he needs it too. And the kids love the cave as well, and the booth too. So please check it out. And March the 21st, Carol Kirby and I are doing our sister circle. I will post that link as well. It is at 2:00 at Within Wellness. And let's see what else is coming up. April the 25th is our event with Lori, Simone, and Shari, our Tone Your Voice event. That is a beautiful event. I will post that as well. Okay, everybody, have a beautiful and blessed weekend. Any questions? Let's just see. Anybody got any comments, concerns, anything going on? You're so welcome, Alyssa. And so nice to see you. There's about 12 of us on right now. Thank you, guys. I'm also streaming out to YouTube. If you don't follow me over there, please give me a like. I think I only have 30, but I want to grow that for posterity. You know, once I'm long gone, like my mom is, I can go to her YouTube and see things. So, you know, it's something that I should have done in the past, and I don't want to should myself. But in April, I am returning to my podcast and Reclamation Through Grace podcast with moi. If you are a woman that wants to be interviewed, please let me know, because I am so excited. Through the years, I have interviewed dozens of women and a couple of men as well. And I'm really looking forward to doing that again, because I love being of service. And I know the difference it makes out in the world when we share our stories. Okay, everybody? So, yeah, Esther, you're right. Amen to natural healing. It is so vitally important. I will also post the cards. So I will post the events, post the cards. And if you need me, GiulianaMelo.com. I updated my website with my Reclamation Through Grace process. So a little bit about that. It is a framework that I am moving forward for this next season of my life. It is something that I created with my angels, with my mom and dad, and it is 5 sacred stages. Rupture, we identify where was the rupture, what broke you open. Then we go into revelation. What is God? You know, what revelations are you having, and what revelations is God bringing you? Then we go to regulation, because I recognized that I needed to calm my nervous system and my emotions. And then we go into rooting with God, rooting with faith, rooting with Mother Earth. And then we rebuild our lives, all while we radiate. We need to radiate, friends. We were born to shine. We were born to shine. And the time of hiding is over. Over. No more hiding, friends. Go out and shine your lights where you live. And if I can be of service, GiulianaMelo.com or via joyandvitalitycenter.ca. Thank you, Esther. Good luck. Oh, thank you. Good luck on your health. Happy International Women's Day to you too, Bella. Okay, Bella Mias, have a beautiful weekend. I am off. My husband is off today, so we are going to go and help. Hi, Crystal, my new friend. Hi, honey. You're so welcome. We're going to go and set up the space with Nellie and her hubby and whoever else is going to help us. And tomorrow is our International Women's Day celebration. And I know my mom is going to be there with me, and it's going to be an amazing event. Okay. Wherever you are, happy International Women's Day. And thank you on behalf of Joy and Vitality Center for joining us today. And any comments or feedback, please let us know. And you can share us out too. And there's Mr. Maxie. Bye, everybody. Love you all.